Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and today doing an Umbral horror deck profile. So I'm really excited to see you guys because this deck is a really fun XZ deck that can make all sorts of rank 4 monsters and can even rank them up into chaos numbers, which is really amazing. Like chaos number 104, Umbral Horror Masquerade, which is a really powerful boss monster that this deck can make. So without further ado guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of the notification squad, and definitely check out the Patreon in the description below for all those awesome rewards, like getting your name searched in a single video, getting assigned cards in the mail, and even getting to request a deck profile every single month to your Patreon. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be playing 3 copies of Umbral Horror Ghoul. This card is a great 3-of in the deck that has the ability that once per turn, you can make this card's attack become 0, and if you do, special summon an Umbral Horror monster with 0 attack from your hand, which is a really good effect to help you make a rank 4 play. We then play 3 copies of Umbral Horror Uniform. This card is a great 3-of in the deck because it does have 0 attack points, so it's really easy to special summon this card to your side of the field with your copy of Ghoul. And it also has the ability that when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard while attacking a monster, you can special summon 2 Umbral Horror monsters from your deck to your side of the field. And you can only use each effect of this card once per turn. We then play a single copy of Umbral Horror Will of the Wisp. This card is just a great 1-of in the deck that has the ability that when this card is normal or special summon, you can target an Umbral Horror monster that you control or in your graveyard except this card, and this card's level becomes the current level of that monster, which is a great effect to help you get an additional monster on the field to help you go into a rank 4 play. It also has the ability when this attack position monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, and it was in a face-up attack position at the start of the damage step, destroy the monster that destroyed this card, which can be a really handy effect. I then play a single copy of Secret Sect Druid. This card is a good normal summon for the deck, because when this card is normal summoned, you can target a level 4 dark monster in your graveyard with 0 attack or defense, except another copy of this card, and special summon that target, which is a great effect to be able to use just to help you get an additional monster on the field, but that target in face-up defense position, its effects are negated, which is a little bit of a downside, but you're just using it to make a rank 4 play in this deck. We then play a Time Thief package in the deck, which we're going to be playing 3 copies of Time Thief Winder, which is just a really good 3 in the deck that you can detach a material from any XZ monster you control and special summon this card from your hand, and if this card is normal or special summon, then you can add a Time Thief card from your deck to your hand, which helps you get additional monsters to your hand so that you can go in for more plays. We then play 3 copies of Time Thief Regulator. Regulator is a great 3-of normal summon in the deck because this card has the ability that when this card is on the field, if you control no other monsters, you can tribute this card to special summon 2 Time Thief monsters with different names from your deck in defense position, except another copy of this card, which is a great effect to help you get 2 monsters on the field to make a rank 4 monster. It also has the ability that when an XZ monster that you control is destroyed by battle while this card's in the graveyard, then you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field, which gives you an additional level 4 monster on the field to make more rank 4s. I then play 2 copies of Time Thief Adjuster. Adjuster is a really good 2-of in the deck because if you normally special summon any Time Thief monster except another copy of this card, you can just special summon this card from your hand to your side of the field, and if this card is normal or special summon, you can send a Time Thief card from your deck to the graveyard, which is a pretty good effect because we're usually going to send our copy of Bezel Ship from deck to graveyard, and we do play 2 copies of Bezel Ship. It has the ability, a quick effect, you can tribute this card and then target 1 Time Thief XZ monster you control and attach a material from your opponent's graveyard to that monster as a material. And if this card is in the graveyard, you can detach a material from an XZ monster that you control and special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field, which is a great effect just to get you an additional monster on your side of the field to make more rank 4s. We then play some Raid Raptors in here, which is going to be 2 copies of Strangle Lanius. This card is a really good 2-up because if you control a dark monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, which is an awesome effect just to help you get an additional monster on the field. We then play a single copy of Raider's Wing. Raider's Wing is a really good 1-of in here because if this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can detach a material from a dark XZ monster to special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field, and a dark XZ monster that uses this card as a material gains the ability affiliate, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects, which is a really good effect. I then play 3 copies of Astral Karibo. Astral Karibo is a really awesome new addition to this particular deck, and it's super good because you can reveal any number XZ monster in your extract and then special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, this card's level becomes the level of the revealed monster's rank, which can help you get a free level 4 monster on your side of the field. Also, while this card is in the monster zone, you cannot special summon monsters from the extract except number XZ monsters, and also XZ monster uses this card as a material, gains the ability cannot be destroyed by battle or by your opponent's card effects, which is really big in this deck. I then play 3 copies of Ash Blossom to round out the monsters, just to stop the opponent from touching the deck while we're going in for all of our plays. This card is the best hand trap in the entire game. It's just a really good 3-of in this build. So that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get into the spells. So for the spells, we're going to be playing a single copy of Monster Reborn, because getting an additional level 4 monster on the field is always nice in this particular deck, so that we can go in for more rank 4s. We then play a single copy of Harpy's Feather Duster, just to deal with our opponent's back row. This card is just a really good 1-of. 1 copy of Called by the Grave, so that we don't get hand trapped while we're going in for all of our really good plays. We play a single copy of Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing is a really awesome deck for any deck that can make rank 4 monsters, because this card is super good, because all you have to do with this card is make a copy of Utopia Double, detach a material, search this card, summon a copy of Utopia on top of Utopia Double by the effect of Utopia Double, and then the Utopia will come out at 5,000 attack points. You attack the opponent, detach a material from your copy of Utopia when you attack into a monster to negate the attack, drop Double or Nothing, and then you'll go in for 10,000 attack points, which usually means you're going to OTK the opponent, which is really cool. We then play a single copy of Rank Up Magic, the 7th one. This card basically gives you a free copy of a Chaos Number monster, which is really awesome. To activate this card, you must draw it during your normal draw phase and reveal it, and keep it revealed into the start of your main phase 1. And at the start of your main phase 1, that same turn, you can special summon from your extract or graveyard 1 monster that has a number between 101 and 107 in its name, except another copy, or except a number C monster. Then XZ summon from your extract a number C monster with the same name as the first monster by using it as an XZ material, and you can only use this card once per duel, which is absolutely insane, because just by drawing this card during your normal draw phase, you can instantly get a copy of C104 Umbral Horror Masquerade, which is really awesome. We then play 2 copies of Rank Up Magic Quick Chaos. Quick Chaos is a really good 2-of Rank Up Magic spell that is a quick play. It lets you rank up one of your XZ monsters into a Chaos number, which is really helpful in this particular deck, because you can make your copy of number 101 into C101, or you can make your copy of number 104 into C104, which is really good in this particular build. We then play 3 copies of Barian's Chaos Draw. This card is a really interesting card in the deck. It has the ability to activate this card, you must draw it during your normal draw phase and reveal it, and keep it revealed into your main phase 1. And during your main phase 1, you can activate one of these effects to send a 7th normal spell card from your deck to the graveyard, and this effect becomes that spell effect when it was activated, which can be used with your copy of the 7th one, or it has the ability to special summon up to 2 monsters from your deck but negate their effects, and then immediately this card resolves, you XZ summon a number monster using monsters that you control, including both of those monsters, which helps you get a rank 4 monster on your side of the field, but just drawing into this card, which is really powerful. We then play 3 copies of 7th Ascension. This card is a really interesting card in the deck, so it lets you take from your deck either a Barian spell or trap, a rank up spell, quick play spell card, or a 7th spell or trap card, except another copy of this card, and either add it to your hand or place it on the top of your deck. And if your opponent controls a monster special from the extract, you can manage this card from your graveyard and then send a rank up magic spell card from your hand to the graveyard, and this effect becomes that spell's effect when it was activated, which works extremely well with our copy of the 7th one, which is just super powerful. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, we're going to be playing a single copy of number C104 Umbral Horror Masquerade. This card is a really awesome boss monster. You're never making it with level 5 monsters, you're always ranking up into this card. It has some really good effects that when this card is special summoned, you can target a spell or trap card on the field and destroy the target. And if this card has a number 104 as a material, it gains the following effect, which you always want to gain this following effect, that once per turn during either player's turn when a monster effect is activated, or your opponent on your opponent's side of the field, you can detach a material from this card, negate the effect, and if you do, send a random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard, and if you do that, half your opponent's life points. It's a walking negate, send a card from your opponent's hand to the grave, and half their life points. That is super powerful. We then play a single copy of number 104. We're never making this card, we're just usually using this card to be able to rank up into our C104, so that's why we're playing this card as a 1 of. We then play a single copy of C101 Silent Honor Dark. This card is super powerful in the deck and is a really good boss monster that we can summon really easily. And the main card we're going to be summoning in the deck off our copy of our Quick Chaos, which is really cool. We then play a single copy of 101 Silent Honor Arc, which is we're going to be making this card to be able to rank up into a copy of Silent Honor Dark, which is really nice. We then play a single copy of Utopia Double. This card is super powerful in the deck and helps you OTK. You can just detach a material, search double or nothing, and then make a copy of Utopia on top of it, which is really cool. This Utopia will come out at 5,000 attack points, and then you'll search double or nothing from deck to hand. You can then attack your opponent, detach your material to activate the Utopia's effect, and then drop double or nothing to be able to attack again into only monsters, not directly, which will help you OTK the opponent, because then this will have 10,000 attack points. We then play a single copy of Time Thief Redoer. Redoer is just one of the most powerful rank 4s in the entire game, so this card is a definite 1 of in the deck. One copy of Evil Sworn Nightmare. This card is really good because it's basically a walking Book of Moon. One copy of number 66 Master Key Beetle, because it is a Dark XZ monster that's super easy to make, and it is a number monster, which is really good. But this card has some really good effects as well, because once per turn, you can detach material from this card, target a face-up card that you control, except this card, and then while this card is face-up on the field, that card cannot be destroyed by card effects. And if this face-up card on the field would be destroyed, then you can send one of the targets to the graveyard instead, which is pretty good on a 2,500 attack point rank 4 monster. We then play a single copy of Tornado Dragon just to pop spells and traps, Baguska because it's just a really good walking skill drain, Abyss Dweller to shut down graveyards, one copy of Raider's Knight because we're going to be using this card to be able to make our copy of Ark Rebellion, which can get absolutely massive in the deck. This card is super good, especially if you draw into your copy of Double or Nothing. So this card is super easy to make because you just use Raider Knight's effect to be able to summon this card to your side of the field. And it's just super powerful because this card, if this card is a Dark XZ monster as a material, you negate the effects of all other face-up monsters on the field. And after this effect resolves, this card can only attack and no other monster can attack. And also, you just detach material to make this card gain attack equal to the total original attack of all other monsters on the field. So this card can get absolutely massive. I then play a single copy of Double A Zeus because we are playing an XZ deck, so this card is super easy to make and easy to board wipe the field. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. This deck is super fun to be able to play. If you guys have never played Umbral Horror before, you definitely should give this deck a try. It's really cool to be able to play this deck because I really liked the villain that played this deck in the anime Vector. It was just such a cool deck and just a really interesting XZ deck. So anyways, guys, this is DarkArmedDuelist. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell there so you can become part of the notification squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.